it's good. Hey, welcome everyone to the latest episode of the Affinity Streaming Podcast. I am Contrell, joined today by Sarah, Riley, Charlie. How are you guys doing?
Loving
All right. Loving it.
I can't complain.
Awesome. Thanks, Riley. Today's movie, Transformers: Rise of the Beast, 2023, rated PG. Runtime of 2 hours, 7 minutes. Is that right? Was it rated PG? Or was it PG-13? Anyway, maybe I got that wrong. So anyway, 2 hours, PG-13? Cool. 2 hours, 7 minutes. Just to remind you, spoilers are ahead for this movie. But before we get started, please get in touch with us on our socials. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Affinity Streaming Podcast. All right. Transformers: Rise of the Beast, directed by Stephen Caple Jr., who also directed Creed 2. I don't know if you guys see Creed 2? No. Okay. For Paramount, starring Anthony Ramos and Peter Cullen. 52 critics and 91% audience. 5.4 on Film Affinity. All right. The person who also is more than me, Riley, start us off.
I thought it was a pretty decent movie. I have not seen all of the Transformers movies, but my biggest complaint would be I feel like they're just more of the same all the time. So from the 2 or maybe 3 that I've seen, it's always a similar type of thing going on. But I thought it was entertaining. I like the new character, Mirage. She wasn't that much, but he entertained me enough. I thought it was something interesting. And I liked the beasts were at least a new something, a different type of Transformer versus just they all look the same kind of thing. So give it some positives, but it was okay. It wasn't my favorite movie by far. It entertained me enough to watch it, but yeah, it had some flaws for sure. And I already know other people are going to talk about the flaws. So Sarah, go.
No, it was just no. After seeing Shia LaBeouf, with the first ones, because I'm a fan because of him, and because what happened, also Megan Fox and him, I think they had so much good chemistry. I think Anthony Ramos was weak for the character. I didn't like Mirage. He was annoying. That card was annoying. What about Primal? Optimus Primal. What is that? No, too basic. The dialogues were the same over and over. I give it a go because I like a lot Transformers. The first 3 movies, I'm such a fan. And also the music, Linkin Park put the main music, the main song of the soundtrack of the movie. So everything was great. And then I saw this and I was what? Same dialogues. The 2 people, both the Ramos and the girl, no chemistry at all. I felt they were weak. The best ones were the mom and the young brother. For me, the best ones. And the story is always the same, robots joining forces with humans to save the planet because Optimus Prime is always stuck in Earth. So whatever, please, no. So no, unnecessary. Even if I'm such a fan of Transformers, but yeah, not this one.
Well, thanks for your intro. I didn't hate this movie. I think that's the best I can say about it. Yeah, I mean the first 3, I was I'm not a huge fan. They're fine. I think it was really. I was that the 4th one or the 5th one? I actually hated that one. It was over 3 hours, I think, or 3 hours. It gave me a headache in the theater. It's just so much. So the big strength of this one is that it's only 2 hours. So
yeah, that's good.
It's just quick. Just get out. But yeah, it's
that's a bad thing to say from a movie. The good thing was this was short. If you like it, you want more of it. So
well, for the Transformer movies, I think that's a strength. I mean, so many of them have been too long. I think.
Yeah. No, completely agree. For the first time, I agree with you.
Yeah. So I think
Sarah,
for this,
I actually agree with you about the Ramos character. I didn't think him and Elena had much chemistry.
at
I just
all.
didn't
But I
seem
don't think
to.
that was her
Were they
fault.
supposed to?
No, but not even like
No,
a
I think
lot.
so, because there's a part where he was like worried about her. He was like touching her head. Like you don't do that unless you're like an item, right?
Yeah, no, it was just
Like he was treating her like, oh my god. And then on the plane, she was like, oh, like head on her shoulder at the end.
yeah, weird.
But then at the end, she just disappears. She's on TV, and he's like, yeah, and that's it for her, I
I
guess.
didn't feel like there was be a love
It's really
story.
weird.
That wasn't a love story. No,
Yeah,
no. Don't get me wrong. Not chemistry like between like as a couple. Like chemistry like as like I don't know like in the camera on like like on set. I don't get it like not like in a love
Okay.
terms, just like in a friendship terms. I don't feel like they're like
Anything.
each other, like being around each other and helping each other. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know. The story is so weak behind because in the
Ours
first
is
one,
easy.
for example,
It's the
like
same.
it is yes, but he was
They
like
have to get the thing to stop the evil robots, because if the evil robot gets it, he's going to do the bad thing. That's all.
yeah.
it
But I
is.
was talking about Ramos, for example. Like his backstory is so weak because he was like like kind of good at like doing like those I don't know, not technology, but like doing like those kind of
Electronics.
things.
Yeah.
Electronics,
Yeah.
yes. And then after the movie, I expected to him like help them in some way, and that way, not just being a human and trying to like get the half key or something,
Yeah.
just because he was human, not because his ability. So it's like at least the girl like could read like some stuff or had like some knowledge about like ancient stuff, but he was like just throw there, just through there. I don't know. Bad,
We
bad,
need the
so
humans because they're small and we can put them through this little hole.
yeah. I don't
But
know.
that doesn't matter anyway, because they just killed the main villain anyway. It was just like it was really easy at the end.
Oh,
That's the other thing
that's-
that bugged me. He was the bad guy was very difficult to deal with until the movie was ending, and I was like, oh no, now he's very easy.
That part was a big flaw. Yeah.
yeah. Did you say, Sarah, that you didn't like the soundtrack of this movie?
I didn't.
I thought it was
Oh.
weird. Or it was like cut in weirdly. It felt like
No, just no. Like
No.
it was okay. Like it set the mood, but that's all. It wasn't great. It was okay.
yeah.
All right, moving on. Let's move on.
I mean,
I think it fit the time. 97 was a great music year, and I felt like it fit. But anyway,
No, it fit,
Uh,
but it was like amazing. I didn't like. I watched the movie and it's like, okay, what is the like? I don't know, like the music. When it's good, like you can notice it. Like oh my god, like it fits so well. This one it just fits, but you don't want to know like who composed it.
Yeah, it's very like basic fitting. They're just
Yeah.
like, oh, this is from the 90s, I guess. It's
Epic
just like-
soundtrack that you can find on YouTube, like a million people like posted by for free.
yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
All right, Charlie. Let's go with your favorite scene then.
I don't know.
Mine
I thought it was
was
kind of funny when he at the end when he just like rips the bad guy's head off. That was kind of funny to me.
Oh, my only one
He's
is
like
because
grinding his face into like the lava, and he's like looking away, like, "Oh my god!" And he's like grinding his face in it, and then he just rips his head off. That's so funny to me.
oh my god. No, mine is when
It's too late for this movie.
mine is
Oh
when
my
like
God.
he's like becomes like a transformer. Like the Mirage is dying, so he's passing all his metallic parts to him, and he becomes Iron Man. That's why I like it. So that was the best part.
Okay.
That was a very good part. I enjoyed that one as well. I also just liked I mean it was so like basic, but in the beginning when I don't even know what they're called. Scourge and his troops like come, like the first battle that they had there that was like with the museum. That one was like pretty entertaining because you had like different components. You're kind of learning all the characters, how they like move around. I enjoyed that. And the two main characters, well, the Anthony Ramos and the girl, They were like in the museum trying to make their way out. So it was entertaining. That sequence had a lot going on.
I don't even remember his name. What's his name in the film?
Anthony Ramos?
Yes.
It's Noah Diaz.
Noah. Mira.
And the girl is Dominique Fishback.
The character
who played Elena Wallace.
Elena. I can't remember, but know him.
Yeah.
Remember Sam was Shia. Love to.
I enjoyed the end, the like reveal at the end. I guess I really won't spoil it, but when the cabinet opens up and
I mean, you can spoil it because you're gonna talk about it for the sequel anyway.
At the end, when he reveals the G.I. Joe card, that was like my favorite. That like made the movie for me.
Are you like excited for G.I. Joe? I don't understand.
Yeah, man. I'm.
Well, I am, because if they're changing toys, that's a good. Because I think
we already had G.I. Joe movies, and they weren't very good.
They weren't very good to you.
They weren't very good to anyone because they stopped making them.
They're good to me. They're going to continue. So this is the thing. Like my childhood, like Transformers and G.I. Joe were like my heyday. Like that was like. So those are big in my like thing, and it's just one of those things.
So it's for the nostalgia.
Yeah, for the nostalgia.
Nice little nostalgia.
Exactly.
Remember G.I. Joe thing?
And stuff about this movie, like him working on the cable boxes, like that was nostalgia. That's all we did was like bootleg cable boxes back in the day to try and unscramble channels. Like that's where the whole electronics computer thing came from. Anyway, let's move on to favorite characters. Mine was Air Razor, played by Michelle Yeoh. Did you have a favorite character, Sarah?
The little brother. Just the little brother, when he says like to the Mirage, like, no, if you don't take care of my brother, I'm coming to you.
Yeah, that was Dean Scott Vasquez was the little brother.
He was good. He was good. I like him.
The little brother was adorable.
Overall, I mean, yeah, the bar is kind of.
Wait, can we go off that topic for a second? Like, okay, so at the end, he's like radioing him. Like, what kind of radio is that goes from Brooklyn to Peru?
Well, the robot advanced it.
He's just using a normal radio. The kid has a normal radio.
Yeah, but his range was advanced by the robot technology. He left a robot chip inside the walkie-talkie when he left it.
I was just like, oh God, why? Why can't he just think of his brother? Why does his brother have to call him?
Dramatic effect. Riley, favorite character?
My favorite character is more so like gonna be based on the favorite like actor behind the character. So I didn't realize while watching that Peter Dinklage plays Scourge. So after I found that out, I was like, oh, okay, like that's cool. Have him in another role. So I enjoy him a lot. I think he does good work.
Nice.
Small part here. His job was just to be.
Was that a pun? Was small part? No, okay.
Oh, come on, Riley. That's not.
That wasn't me. Control made that one.
It's not a good look, Riley.
Charlie, what's your favorite character?
I don't know. I guess Optimus Primal. Just saying it out loud is just so funny to me.
Oh,
he's Optimus Primal, and he's just an animal. But no, actually, I kind of like this like little character thing where he's like, "Oh, I'm trying to be a leader. My old leader was dead, but now I'm trying to be a leader and just gotta do the mission, and even if it means killing my friend."
Yeah, that's the one problem I had too. Like the first,
that was like a nice little moment.
The first Optimus Primal, he died too fast. He like got killed too fast. He like one shot. You're supposed to be tough.
That's fine. He's not important. His important role in this movie is dying.
Yeah.
His purpose is to die. Do good. Like I'd rather have this movie been about Optimus Primal than Optimus Prime. I think there's a more interesting story there because he's like trying to fill in the shoes of his old leader on a mission that has no end forever. And I think that's a much more interesting story than Optimus Prime being kind of a dick.
This has been the most off the rails podcast.
We're like all on the rails. There's lots of rails, and we're on all of them.
I agree.
So, is there anything you would have changed about the movie, Charlie?
Yeah, about Optimus Primal. Make it all about him. You can have the other characters like pop in, like they meet them, but make him like kind of like the focus of the story.
Well, Optimus Prime is the draw, so you got to have.
I mean, he can still be in the movie. Whatever.
It's front and center.
Yeah, who cares? Whatever. He's so boring.
Riley, what would you have changed?
I mean, they just like change it up more in some way. Like, I don't know what, but give a more intricate storyline or something that's just a little more, I don't know. Maybe just because it's like geared towards kids or something, it's like it shouldn't be, I don't know, more complicated. I don't know, but it just is like, okay, gotta find this. Oh, the other half is missing. Okay, here we go. And I don't know. It could have been more like intellectually stimulating in some way while still keeping like the things that kids are gonna love.
I think they're saving the intellect for the sequel.
All right,
Sarah, what
If they're saying it 3 times, 6 times now.
Yeah. I mean, we could have started with the dialogue. The dialogue is like a plagiarism from the first one, the second one, saying the same things over and over. Like one main guy, there is a guy, and like trying to trust robots, Autobots, and oh, I helped you, so now you trust me, and then I help you, and it's like, oh, but can we trust each other? It's always the same thing, and then of course you can, because there's no story if not. So I don't know, please change at least the dialogue first, and then like if you can change the story too, like that would be good. But yeah,
related to that, there's like a YouTube channel, Red Letter Media, that like years and years ago they did this thing where they played the first 3 Transformer movies like at the same time on 3 different TVs and just had them all playing. And like there's like a bunch of scenes like line up like to the second where it's like, oh, here's Shia LaBeouf like meeting the girl for like that's where like, Fox enters the movie at like down to like the minute. Or like, oh, this is where like the 2 stupid little robots appear and do their thing. Like, and it's like it was like so weird how they follow the exact same patterns.
And timing, everything.
Yeah, it was
exactly
so
the same.
So
those
similar.
2 stupid little robots drove me crazy. I hated them.
Yeah,
They annoyed me so much. I don't even know why.
Hopefully in the sequel there'll be more human interaction as they bring in G.I. Joe, or maybe an offshoot, maybe like an entirely G.I. Joe movie first, and then they do a 3rd movie where they all come together and fight. Fight
Control,
something.
who was your favorite character?
Air Razor. I said that. Air Razor. Michelle.
You got distracted.
Michelle Yeoh, Air Razor. The
Okay.
bird. She was the bird that turned evil at the end.
The bird was cool.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, the bird. I forgot about it. Well, that was the only kind of like new thing that I felt like, okay.
Optimus
Right.
Primal was new.
I think
all
the
beasts
beasts
were new.
But I don't know, like at least that thing could fly, I don't know.
I feel like you just
She could flap her wings.
I feel like you just like saying Optimus Primal. That's all. You just
I do.
wanna-
It's really funny.
I do. It's kind of like ridiculous. It's hilarious.
I
Like
feel like they didn't even really use the rhino and the leopard like much though. in the
No, they
movie.
just
Like,
showed
they
up.
just showed them.
it's like, oh my god, anything have sense. Like nothing have sense
Yeah.
for me.
I like about the rhino halfway through, and
Me
then
too.
he showed up, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, he was one."
Yeah. So
One of the-
what would you like to see in the sequel, Sarah?
No sequel.
Wow, really?
See,
I
if
haven't
I
heard
want,
that from you before.
I know.
I want to just like crash it, burn it to the ground. It's done.
It's because like I'm so hurt because I'm a Transformers fan, and for doing that, don't do it. Like I don't know. No.
It's so sad to see this okay franchise go downhill so far.
Yeah. I
We go down this small hill. Woo! Oh no.
no, I no.
No,
But, like,
I get it.
all movies that have had this many movies, this is their 7th one. Like, they're all always the same. Like, I feel like people, for example, that are like, oh, like, I'm a Fast and Furious like fan. Like, I feel like they like all of them or something. Like, I don't know. The beginning ones are always going to be better. So I don't know. I feel like
Well, I think for
it's
Fast
not the
and
same.
Furious, at least like they have different I can't speak for all of them because I haven't seen all of them, but they can have like creative like car chases or whatever, you know.
Exactly. Like they have
But
some
like here, there's no like creativity. It's like the same. The robots just kind of punch each other,
elements.
or they do the weird like they spin around in circles and shoot in every movie. And I hate how they show the fights. It feels
Yeah.
the fights feel so outdated, where they're just like the weird slow motion twirling that's from 2000s, and they
Yeah.
haven't updated it at all. It's crazy.
I mean, that's
So-
true, but like, they had the
Go ahead,
Beast.
Ryan.
Nothing.
Go
That was
ahead.
something different. Like the Beasts were something different, like
Yeah.
compared to the other one. So they tried, I feel like, to bring something new, but
No,
Yeah.
they just wanted to bring in advertising. They can put something on the front like that, so you can see
Yeah.
it, and go, "Oh, look, it's different," but it's not.
But it's not.
Yeah,
Well, it did make the least amount of money of all the installments.
I mean,
Um,
I understand why.
but it is planned. It was planned to be the first of 3. So, and that's not including the GI Joe crossover movie. So there
it's
you go.
not.
Poor Anthony.
So
Oh, wow.
there's gonna be more of those. It did make money though. It just didn't
Yeah.
make as much as the
So
other.
they cover the budget. They cover
what was the gross?
Global was 433
That's it?
million. Yeah.
No, what was the production cost?
I do not know.
Let me find that.
Production budget of 195.
Oh.
Film,
I think it
grossed-
barely made money.
it made 433 million, and it was a budget of about 200 million. So
Yeah, but they say like you have to factor in advertising too.
yeah, well,
I say it's
Whatever.
Sure.
They positive.
They
So
made enough
I think that means it's barely positive though.
yeah, but still, I'm surprised they didn't like. Yeah, they're not in
Well,
negative.
that has the brand name, so it's you kind of just.
yeah.
I guess for this, they were able to keep the production costs relatively low because they just churn out the same story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they can keep all that stuff low. They can just go shoot it. It's all a lot of it's CGI, so they just have some guys run around. Oh, and I wonder if they got like a huge discount to film in Peru because there wasn't really any point for them to be there, but like they spent a lot of time focusing on like the parade and stuff like that, and then
Yeah.
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 all. I thought
It's
there'd be
right.
like some kind of chase thing in there. It's like no, I guess that's too much.
They had
So it must
already
have
killed a
people-
bunch of humans. It seemed like
What?
it seemed like they'd already killed a bunch of humans, so they didn't need more casualties. There had to be like dead security guards at that museum, you know.
They had
Like,
one.
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. So are we recommending this movie to our friends and family?
No.
Yes,
No.
absolutely, 100%.
I mean, it's
Are
okay.
you? No,
If you like
Absolutely.
Transformers, then I don't know.
not even.
If you
If you love something, you should just let it go.
All right, let's talk about some other movies then that these stars have been in. My favorite character in the movie was Air Razor, Michelle Yeoh, and she's in a movie called Heroic Trio from China. So if you ever want to watch a real cool movie with Michelle Yeoh kicking butt, Heroic Trio. What about you, Charlie?
I put no thought into this. I do like Michelle Yeoh though. I enjoyed her stuff. I don't know.
All right, thanks for playing. Go ahead, Riley.
I mean, I'll go back to Peter Dinklage. Watch Game of Thrones if you haven't. It's good. Everyone should watch it. Yep.
I love Anthony Ramos in other setting, not in
No.
this, not here at all. So he's great dancing and singing. So go see In the Heights, and also like in Hamilton with Luis Manuel Miranda. So yeah, that's the genre that he's great.
Okay, so I see. So you come from those, and he comes here, and he looks like he's like acting like a block of wood in this movie.
Right? He's. I don't get it. Like,
Like comparing it to like a movie where he's like dancing and singing or whatever.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was
Yeah.
very good.
he was very good at that. So it's like, how he not like be expressive in this one? Like, that was my shock.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I was
for me, I didn't.
see him when I saw him. I was like, "Woo, nice!" And then after that, it was like, how?
What's the guy's name? Manuel Miranda.
Lin Manuel Miranda.
Yeah. Okay. Tune in next week for my diss. I'm going to diss him next week. So stay tuned for that. Did you give a recommend? You said Game of Thrones. All
Yeah,
right.
but also
So-
let's just mention that Pete Davidson played Mirage because people should just know that.
Yes.
Who was
Great.
it?
Awesome.
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. Now I see more. Why? Was annoying. Sorry. He's good at playing those, like
Annoying
those
roles. Yeah.
characters.
All right, guys. This is our fifth movie, and if you're familiar with our little podcast, you know that after 5 movies, we give out our Affinity Streaming Awards. The 5 movies we watched are Sidar Dam, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Flash, Little Mermaid, and Transformers: Rise of the Beast. And of those 5 movies, I'm going to give my favorite movie to Sidar Udam. I'm going to give my favorite actor to Ezra Miller. And the person I'd most like to have dinner with is Ben Affleck. Charlie, you go ahead.
Why? Why Ben Affleck?
Because he's Batman.
Okay. Perdón, sorry.
You asked him what it's like being Batman.
Yeah. So what's it like being Batman? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think the best movie was I'm gonna butcher their name, Sidar Udam.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that was definitely the best one. I don't know if it was my favorite though. Like I don't know if I'm gonna like sit down and rewatch it anytime, but
Right, yeah.
definitely the best one. Yeah, I think that guy was probably my favorite actor, the lead. I do not remember his name. Sorry.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't know. He did a great job. And yeah, okay. Thanks. I think it was enough that he did a good enough job that I was like, I want to see his other movies, That's more than I can say for like the other people in the rest of these,
Yeah.
So then the person who I'd want to have dinner with, I guess Michelle Yeoh. I think I just want to talk to her, chat,
Good job.
see what's up.
Riley, go first. Go next.
Sidar Udam was the best movie, but my favorite movie was The Flash. It was very entertaining. It's the one that I would want to watch again. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It's my second favorite movie of all the movies we've watched.
What's the first one?
RRR is the first.
Yeah, same.
That's the
same.
first one of them all. My favorite actor is hard. I think I'm actually gonna pick who played Ursula. What's her name?
Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
Same.
Yeah, like I like her. I thought she did a very good job.
Yeah.
And the person that I would want to have dinner with is Peter Dinklage again, because I want to ask him all about Game of Thrones and all the people there.
Not Elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say like the same. Like Sadar Udam was like the best, but the same. Like the one that I was more entertained and I thought it was like well-rounded movie was Flash. Because I got everything for me and I liked it. And also I was about to say the same about Ursula. I think she played a very good role. But what other movies? I'm going to pick another one because there's also good actors.
Flash, Little Mermaid, Guardians of the Galaxy, Transformers, Sidar Dam.
What about your boyfriend?
Oh wait, no, I don't want to pick another
Who's my
one.
boyfriend? Chris Pratt.
Or you want to have dinner with him?
I'm gonna say best actor Chris Pratt.
There's some bias there. I don't know.
And I would ask for a dinner Anthony Ramos, because I would like to ask like why, because he's friends of Will Manuel Miranda, and it would be like why he made to sing Aquafina, to rap Aquafina in The Little Mermaid. Like I would like ask him, like, you friends with him, can you ask that for me? Because he's like, that didn't make sense.
I mean, you could also just have dinner with like Lin-Manuel. He was involved in Little Mermaid, so you can have dinner with him.
Yeah, but no, I can stare at Anthony Ramos. He's handsome. I don't know.
All right, we gotta end this before I have an aneurysm. Let's give shout outs. I should have shouted him out a while ago, but Paul Rubens passed recently, also known as Pee Wee Herman. Just want to give some respect to him and shout him out. You can go next, Riley.
My shout out is going to be for a fun trip that we have planned coming up. So shout out to like all the national parks and everything we're going to see running around Utah and Arizona and stopping in Colorado.
Yeah, that you control are coming, right? All these.
Absolutely. Can't wait to start hiking. Let's go.
For me, it goes to Shia LaBeouf, because he was amazing in those films and he made me love those films. So, Shia, you did a great job.
Guys, if you didn't know, Sarah did not like this movie. Just making sure people understand.
Yeah.
Awesome. Charlie, go ahead.
I guess my shout out is to the writers' strike. It's past 100 days now. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck for them. It's equal to like the 2008 one now, so good
luck, writers. We're rooting for you.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it. No more. You don't get to say anything else. Next week, please join us for Joyride. And we will hopefully be more put together, better. All right. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.